back to our Wisconsin dairy farm here in New Glarus, Wisconsin. We are in the third week of April and we've had a pretty good spring start so far. Not much for rain. Fields are pretty dry, which is great. So we are going to be probably doing some discing today. We got things set up down here. We got the 4840 and the 4440 hooked up. I'm just out checking these bottom fields here, making sure that they're not too wet, not leaving any tracks or anything like that. The ground's looking really good, pretty dry. So I'm gonna head up top, check a few, and then I think we are gonna be starting here. I'm gonna wait for a helper to show up, and we're gonna run 2 tractors out here. I do have a little update for the farm here. I had something built over time here. Some of the Amish, the local Amish here, helped me out and built me and saved me a pile of money and built me a little side gig here, I guess you could say. So we'll check that out here. So there you can see we have some new buildings on the farm here, and it's across the creek. So we ended up having some scrap metal, and a lot of it that they were offering, and I'm knowing pretty well. And I decided, hey, this is what I want to do. Can you guys do it? And they're like, yep. So it was pretty crazy. About 30 of them are out here, and they got it done. And this is all just used stuff they laid around. Nothing's brand new. Built me this nice lean-to here, and I put the fence in, of course. But so the plan with this here, you're probably wondering, is we're going to be adding some beef cows to the farm here. So the income is great. I mean, we're doing pretty good. $72,000 in the bank right now, sitting at our 3rd week in April. That is awesome. But there's expenses coming up. There's things that are going to cost money, stuff like that. So we're going to be doing a little bit more, and I think we can make a lot more. We can definitely expand the farm, which is my goal here. So with that being said, we're going to be putting some beef cows in here. We could probably get about 30 to 40 in here, probably. Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Maybe if I opened up the pasture a little bit here, but we're probably going to have at least 20 cows in here. Something like that. So it'll be beef cows. We're going to be going to market probably. I would say probably the next episode we'll be going up and buying some here. But and then I have this shed here. The biggest reason for this was a must. I've already had this in my head a few weeks ago here. This was already in the process of getting things figured out. This is all just cheap stuff. If believe it or not, I bought an auction here. So pretty nice. They put this up the same week they put up this. So awesome job. And the reason, like I said, is to put bales in here. So we don't have really a place. I have a lean-to over there on the farm that I've been keeping bales, and then most of them have been outside. So our plan is here, we're going to be throwing in some bales here and just keeping that in here nice and dry, especially our hay bales. That's the biggest thing that we have issues with that. So yeah, that's the newest additions here. I figured I'd show you before you just randomly see that. Like, wow. Other than that, we are going to be getting going here. I have the 4440 sitting over there and hooked up to the disc. I'm just waiting for somebody to hop in there and run that tractor. I'll be at the 4840, which I got to fill up yet. And everything's greased, ready to go. So we're going to be hitting her hard this morning here, get things done this afternoon, and then we are going to be leasing some ground. Yep, I said that right, leasing. Something I've never done here, and my grandpa's never done, but we are doing that to expand the farm, because the biggest reason, I want alfalfa in the ground. We don't have any alfalfa, and because it's been a crop rotation. The thing that they did years ago was they rotated that in. So 3 years they ran alfalfa, then they rotated out. The problem is I'm expanding this farm. I am growing this farm, so I need more ground. And I can't really afford to buy ground right now. It's pretty high. So and we do have 70,000, but that's going to go quick even on 3 acres around here. So, oops, what am I doing here? I got to fill this up. So anyway, I'm going to be leasing some ground. I'll show you guys that here once we get tillage and stuff like that. Hopefully done or almost done today. I'll be showing you guys that. So, all right, we got fuel in the tractor here. We're going to be heading up. I already got somebody out there doing some tillage right now, which is great. So I'm going to be joining them. Obviously, I have the bigger disc here on the bigger tractor. really happy to get in here. I mean, I was surprised. There's a lot of years we're not getting in the ground till the first or second week of May. So he's starting in that field there. I think we're gonna take the bigger fields with the bigger tractor. He's gonna get these strip fields here. So we'll go up. Actually, I'll turn around here. Go up through there. So we do have a lot of manure as well, as you can imagine. Our tanks are getting full, and our pit is definitely full. So, alrighty, so we made it to the field here, and got a few rounds in. Everything's looking pretty good, which is good. Got the buddy over there. He's going on the smaller fields just to help out with that. Them are nicer, especially with his setup. I got him out over there. It makes it easier versus me running with this bigger tractor. So, yeah, we're going to have this done hopefully today. I'm shooting high here, but I'm really hoping that we can get up there, get everything done while the ground's good and the weather is cooperating right now. So, at least that's the plan. Chores are done this morning, so we're not too worried about that until this afternoon here. And the only other thing that we got planned today is talking about the leasing fields here that are just right behind me here. I'm going to hopefully get with Dave and get them figured out today. So hopefully not too much. I kind of think we agreed on a number, but we'll see if that goes through. Obviously things always change, and leasing ground is new to me, especially due to the farm. I've never leased any ground, never. So this is something that we're going to be definitely intrigued with and see how it turns out. The only reason we're leasing ground is because we want to keep some of our fields for row crop, because we're making some good money right now, and I don't want to lose that. If I relied just simply on the milk check and somewhat of the bales, stuff like that, I'd be gone. I'd lose a lot of money. So this just, unfortunately, with the way market is and things like that, small dairy farmers were just not able to rely on just that milk check. So I am definitely thankful that I got some extra ground here that I could run and harvest and take corn in and sell that and keep that. So having 72,000 in April in the early spring is pretty good, so I can't really complain there. And of course there's going to be some expenses coming up that I'll have to pay, and that's going to go down pretty quick. So but we do have corn sitting in there. I would like to use some of that corn for feed that we're going to be using here. So there's some things in progress here that'll come. But yeah, alfalfa is the plan. So obviously we had alfalfa on the farm here, and we ended up rotating it out 2 years ago. Ended up rotating it out with some of these strip fields here. I think Grandpa ran it for like 3-4 years of pretty much alfalfa. We just had the cornfields and alfalfa and then the hay ground, and that was it. So now that we rotate it out, I want to implement alfalfa, especially for the dairy cows, but I also want to make sure that we still keep, like I said, our row crop, our corn, beans, stuff like that. We could sell, and we can always get maybe a little bit bigger equipment eventually, or things like that. Maybe that lease will turn into owning the land at some point. We'll get out and check the ground here. I've checked it already a dozen times, but it is looking really good. Everything's disking up real nice, which is great. So we're almost done with this field already. I mean, just like that, it just doesn't take long. So we'll go up there, and he's pretty much done with that field. Looks like he's sitting up top there walking around. So make sure he gets on that other field, and yeah, we'll knock this out. All right, we're back here. We had blue hydraulic line, of course, on the guy down there, the 4440 blue hydraulic line. So we're a couple hours farther back, but I almost had this field done. I figured I'd go down there and run to the farm and grab the truck. So we got him going. He's back at her now. So we are pretty much done. It's about 2 o'clock right now. Got pretty much everything done. Obviously, we have a couple soybean fields that we leave in there. We're not going to worry about. There's just the corn fields. This one I did spread a lot of manure in this field here. So I'm just kind of disking into the ground more. And we do have a lot more manure to spread out. So that's one reason I'm doing this field here. Then I'm going to head down to the farm. I got to meet up and get that field, that paperwork signed out for that lease. And then other than that, we're going to be good to go. I should go pick up our manure spreader too. We do have a liquid tanker that we are going to be borrowing here, so I should go pick that up. Maybe next week, we'll see here. But I don't own one, so I'll have to borrow neighbors there, so on the hill. But yeah, everything went pretty good besides that line blowing on there, which wasn't terrible. He was able to shut it off and avoid a lot more loss on there, so. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Top field's done. He went up there, got that. Pretty happy with it. So that will fold up here and head back down. Alrighty, so we did sign papers here, got the lease figured out. Not too bad. We agreed on $100 an acre for the 2 fields there. We're doing a year contract right now, and we'll just do year to year. So I am gonna go down here and hook up to the disc. The one field's been plowed, the other one has got corn stalks in it. So I am gonna disc that field up quick now that we can officially go on there and mess with it. And I'll do that before we wrap up the day here and do chores. So pretty happy with that. We were thinking a little bit less. I was kind of shooting for the 85 range, something like that, just because of me being alfalfa in there. But can't complain too bad. I know the guy forever, so we agreed on it, $100, so an acre. So, and I think it's 6 acres total. It's not quite 7, so not too bad. I can pay him now or in the fall, and that is an agreement. But he doesn't really care, so he trusts me. So yeah, we're gonna head over there and we are going to knock that field out quick, and that is it. The old man left already, so he's at the house. I see tractor sitting out there, so I'm gonna go get him, pick that up later, and then pretty much it. So we are done with tillage, which is great. End of the day here. It's great to have that all done as far as our farm goes. Now we can focus on planting. We're definitely gonna have to get this field, I think, done first here. We're gonna have to get some alfalfa seed and get that planted. So we do have a little bit more of a seed cost in there. But you can see our hay ground. Our hay is extremely tall and ready to go. Like it's surprisingly how well that turned out. Alrighty, got that field done here, and a little bit later than expected there. So it's all right. We are officially done with tillage here in the spring, which is a great feeling. Been a pretty good day. Besides the one hydraulic line breaking there, that's not really a huge issue. So with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Appreciate you for watching. Have a good one, and catch you in the next one.